coming off of a phenomenal game against the 14-1 Jets. Defense just were playing out of their mind. 2 interceptions by the defensive player of the week, our rookie in Graham, really helped lead the way for what was an upset alert versus a top team in the league. Even the offense was getting things going a little bit. Unfortunately, though, on the very last play of the game, we missed our receiver who was open. It was a bad throw, got knocked away, and we would lose 22-17. Now, as we get into today's game, which will be against the Patriots, we had some audio malfunction. For some reason, my mic wasn't connected, even though it was connected, and I didn't change any settings. So we're gonna skip forward to when the audio actually does come back in. It's a little bit on in the first quarter. We're gonna miss a couple big plays. Paulson and Debo had a great pick in the end zone. But besides that, there really wasn't much to show. Offense wasn't doing anything. Defense, besides that one play, wasn't doing anything. So we're gonna jump in and we're gonna talk a lot of bit about what this team's plan is in the next episode, which will be the offseason. And here we go, actually back with some live audio. Don't know why the microphone turned itself off, but hey, it's just what has happened. Gain of 6, going to Yankee. A very funny name to have, considering he's playing on the Patriots. With a 2nd and 4. It's going to be a stretch to the outside. Stevenson with a cutback lane will get the first down before being dropped by Luke Peak. He did have a pretty good stretch of games there for a little while, but has kind of slowed down a little bit. Haven't heard much from him. As there's maybe one play left here in the first, they do get the snap off. Going to the outside, and a diving effort comes up well short as Rice will get the stop with another first down at the 48 to end the first quarter. And the offense will definitely be a mainstay of the offseason, making sure we get the offensive line fixed, finding some good skill guys around there as Graham, the coming off the player of the week performance, helps the stop in the backfield, loss of 2. He's definitely had a great season, and I'm interested to see where he lies in the defensive rookie of the year voting. As they go back to Stevenson, finding a gap, Murray follows him pretty well, gets the decently quick stop. Still ends up being a gain of 5, but leaves 3rd and 7. With Gesicki to the left, 3 receivers out to the right. We'll drop back into coverage, try to sit deep enough to take out some of these deep shots. Need a pass rush to show up, or maybe not. Mack will just throw it away anyway. It should be a punt. But it's really time to try to get things going here offensively. We saw that some of the short passing game really started to work well last week, though they cover most of it here, and I was sure that was going to be a pick since the ball actually came out. Luckily, it hit the turf. But yeah, this offensive line definitely slowing down this offense, because we have some decent guys out there that if we were able to get things flowing, would actually be flowing, as Akers breaks off the first down rush here for us. But what we really need to test is the passing game. Harold on the chopping block already. He did not have a good rookie season. Obviously, the offensive line has not helped him out all too much, considering every throw is under pressure. But he's also missed some very much wide open players and has thrown a whole lot of interceptions. So, while some of it is not his fault, there's definitely some that is. That pass needed to be a little bit taller. He's 2 of 8. And it's very hard to win when your quarterback is 2 of 8. As we have a 3rd and 10. Have some outside options. Have a trailing, cross the middle, and it's going to be another pick. Probably shouldn't have gone that way, but either way, that's where we went, and it's going to be a pick 6. So, 2 interceptions today. This one goes to Duggar. I think it's Duggar. There's definitely been a lot of forcing passes this year, and when you're in a game that you have as many interceptions as you do completed passes, you know there's a problem. That time it was not the quarterback's fault. There was no blocking. So unfortunately for Nakua, he's going to lose 3 yards, going absolutely nowhere. Try to set up some underneath throws, but there's nothing there on any of these, and that could have easily been a pick for Gonzalez. So a lot of work to do with this offense. We're going to have to find some new receivers for sure. I do want to keep around Nakua. If we could get him going in the slot, that'd be fantastic, as maybe next time throw that slightly closer to your running back. We do have a penalty here, but it's actually going to be pass interference on one of our offensive linemen, and we'll have to punt away. So the wait for our offense to do anything continues, as we hope that their defense maybe forces some more turnovers. That definitely helped last week. If we could get more of those today, that would be fantastic. As they switch the field here, now have two off to the right-hand side, making it that two stack. It will be a pass. Mac Jones has guys across the middle, but checks down instead. Not going to get very far. Gesicki just two as Durant gets the stop. Doesn't appear to be a whole lot of creativity here with the Patriots offense. Simply just taking the first available shot, really, as they go with some play action. And once again, check down, dropped by Gesicki, and another flag. We saw this earlier, and it's almost an exact carbon copy, as it's another late hit on the quarterback, though this time by the rookie in Nick Bell. So they'll have a 1st and 10 at about the 42. Very much to some deja vu from earlier on. With a 1st and 10, Mac Jones dropping it off. Stevenson gonna shake the first, shake the second, then takes the shoulder from the third, Murray Jr. But once again, taking that first available throw, whether it's gonna be a gain or even not. They're just taking what we give them, and right now it's a big chunk heading down the field as Yankee gets him down to the 18. Just a little bit off in coverage. There was a Debo who had the pick earlier on. If he could get another one here, that'd be fantastic, as we send the double A gap, but they have time to throw and find their target. Gesicki across the middle, gain of 8. Mac Jones also hasn't had a great season. Just about as many turnovers as touchdowns, though. He's having a much better game today than our quarterback, as he pops up for an easy touchdown pass. Gonna be Michael Ezike? I don't even know. Either way, Patriots extend their lead. We have 2 minutes 50 seconds to get this offense moving, and they have a single high safety. That's how much they don't trust we're gonna get any good passes down the field, as I mean, at this point, like, what is that? Bo Harold threw it nowhere close to our tight end. Duggar makes a great play, and it's a 3rd interception. Feel like I'm getting, and this is probably even going to be some slander for him, but Christian Ponder kind of level of play here, as it has just been awful for Bo Harold this year. Now, you want to stick by your quarterback, give him a chance, see if he could grow. I know there's a lot of pass rush in his face, but at the end of the day, he's had some awful throws. And as the 2-minute warning hits here in week 18, Patriots are up 17-0. They have a 3rd and 5. Trying to get off the field, going to the outside. We knocked the ball free. I could have sworn that ball popped out. No, they say Gesicki catches it. It's a 1st down. Perhaps maybe it was a player on the sidelines' hand that went popping up. I don't know. I definitely saw something go flying, but it's a 1st down here for the Patriots. Swinging it out wide. Stevenson gets the grab and a gain of 6. Right now, Mac Jones has just about as many incompletions as we have interceptions thrown. With a 2nd and 4. They changed their look. Now have one out to the left. Got 3 options to the right. They go across the middle, and it's another catch for Gesicki. He's seen a majority of the throws. Already with 6, and there's been a couple drops there as well. As Jones once again making a check. Gonna have it 2 to the left-hand side, 1 off to the right. Gesicki tight end to the right-hand side, making it that stack look. Trying to get some guys across the middle, but just a beautiful throw there from Mac Jones over the top of the linebackers, but underneath the safeties as Trent Brown, a little bit shaken up, a potential forearm wrist injury. He'll head to the locker room. And with 45 seconds left before half, they have a 1st and 10, though it definitely looked like it should have been a 1st and goal as they go to the 7, and the board updates now 2nd and goal at the 3. With 1 timeout remaining, Patriots have a chance to widen their lead even more here. I would love a goal line stand as they toss it out wide. A good stop there, Byron Young able to clean it up. And they'll come out from under center on 3rd and goal with 2 receivers out to the left-hand side, swinging it out wide, and Debo just not tight enough coverage there. They will find, I believe that's Yankee. Yeah, Yankee will widen their lead before half, make it 24-0. And as the halftime whistle sounds, this team that we had last week has not shown up here today. Bo Harold has had a horrendous performance of what could be his final starting game. Just hasn't come ready to play at all, and that's been consistent throughout the season. We're down 24-0 after multiple first half turnovers, though we did get at least one early on with a Debo. Around the league, Cardinals, they're also below 500, 6-10, though they're up here 10-7 against the Saints, also below 500. Moving a little bit east of there, we got the Falcons taking on the Cowboys. Cowboys up 21-7. Both of those teams doing decently well. Cowboys 13-3, Falcons 10-6. And for our last game, a little bit north we go. Titans taking on the Packers. Both teams here 6-10. Packers up 14-7. Will Levis? I mean, he's not doing too great either, so it just seems like the quarterbacks in general really aren't doing all too well as we get the second half underway. Weddington returns from the goal line, has some blockers out in front, and a decent return. We'll start at the 27 for whatever Bo Harold has in store for us. I would say we would just go to the running game, but we already know what Cam Akers can do. I want to see if something can happen here with Harold, though at this point we kind of doubt it, as why is that pass so far downfield? Just deliver it to your open guy. At this point, I don't even know how he was a potential draftable quarterback. And he fell too. We ended up grabbing him early on in the 2nd round, so at least we didn't spend a 1st round pick on him as he throws that one away. Honestly, probably a better choice than where he was throwing it. Before some of these receivers here who were trying to find their second chance at something, or even Corey Davis, or this could have been his last chance. Go downfield, we do find Corey Davis, puts on a move, doesn't break away, but there is a flag down in the backfield. And of course, on a good play, one of our linemen downfield backs us up. So we go from a nice play to Corey Davis to a 3rd and 15. And it was Noteboom, one of the guys that we will be getting rid of, and that's apparently not the play that Akers thought they called, because he tries to go backwards. He had the ball. We lose more yards and we'll punt. Now with the Patriots around midfield, we did accidentally skip a play. It was a 1st down catch and run for Stevenson, and he's getting another 1st down, breaking the tackle over pursuit from the other safety. And you know what? He's going to take this one to the house, because why not go up 31-0 in Week 18? Why not? At this point, I would say it's probably pretty safe to say this team knows they're getting blown up after this game, because that's just how they're playing, as that one's not even caught. It was thrown behind again. Skip the perfect accuracy down below. It was a bad throw. Even Madden's trying to be a little bit nice and be like, oh, it was good. It wasn't. It was not. Bo Harold. Honestly, we probably saw even better play from Stetson Bennett at points last year, as no time to throw. Another sack for Judon. 2.5 for him on the day. We have a 3rd and 23. So this offensive line definitely getting blown up. At least the right tackle and left guard are gone. We'll see about Avila. And we've seen some really bad screenplays today. We can't get one of those complete at all. But as the Patriots head on out, hey, Jones, how about you actually get over into coverage? Why are you becoming a linebacker? Even the veterans kind of don't care right now, as it's another swing to the outside. Gesicki, he turns up actually, picking up 9. But yeah, we're definitely going to blow up that offensive line. We have a couple guys that may stick around. We'll see what all of our options are in the free agent market. Kind of go from there as, hey, there's a good play. We get a stop at the line of scrimmage. Durant in the backfield-ish. He's had a very up and down season. Coverage hasn't been fantastic, but he makes some decent tackles, but then he also gives up a lot of yards after contact as well. So a lot to continue to work on both sides. We had some BPA draft last year. It looks like it's going to be a BPA this year as Yankee takes the top off the defense. We don't need any updates on the score. Just know it's bad. So as the offense heads back out, let's talk about plans for the offseason, because that's probably going to be a little bit more interesting than how the team is actually playing down on the field. As we have a roll pass, that's interception. This time going to Peppers. So I believe that's the 4th or 5th interception on the game. One play, we're off. So now with the defense out there, I guess we'll shift gears to the defense. We do need to find, I would like a younger guy to build around here for the nose tackle. Just find someone who could help stuff the run at any time. And with that pass given up by Rice, we do need to talk about Rice. He has definitely been a disappointment this season. There's been games where he's shown promise, and early on, the first couple games, he was in tight coverage often. He struggled to knock the ball out, but he was there. As the season went along, he kind of even lost that as a Debo. Gets his 2nd interception, and why not? Let's return this one. Try to find some space to the outside, though. Yankee very fast, gets the stop, but we're up to the 28. Debo, the only one who showed up today, though he has given up some plays as well. So I guess back over to offense. Receiving group is definitely going to see a major overhaul. Quez Watkins didn't really do much to impress. The only impressive receiver that we brought in was Corey Davis, and that was early on as he gets the first down here for us. Struggles after the catch and making guys miss. But he's been the only one who's gotten things done on several levels. Watkins has gotten open on some short, but medium hasn't really been there for him. Nakua, pretty much short and medium. And we've had to play him on the outside because both Claypool that we brought in and Quez Watkins haven't really been able to find any space when they were out there as an outside receiver. And as we throw that one away, have 3rd and 8. So next year, I definitely do plan to move Nakua back to the slot. I feel like that's where he's going to fit properly. As for other receiving targets, tight end, as that pass kind of was actually one of the best of the day. For Bo Harold, it's knocked away. But we're already down a whole lot, so why not go for it here on 4th and 8? But yeah, quarterback's gonna see change. Some way, somehow, we're either going to have to draft another quarterback or we're gonna find a guy in free agency as Nakua lays out for it. They say good accuracy dropped. It was too far out in front. A heck of an attempt there from Nakua, but it's a turnover on downs. Going back to the defensive side, we were talking about we need a guy down the middle. Now we have Bell and we have Smith, and potentially they might be able to do something. Good stop there on the outside. Hampton gets the tackle on Juju on the jet sweep. We will be potentially addressing some of the outside linebackers. We do have Bonito. I feel like he's played pretty well, but the backups, they don't have a whole lot of skill, and a lot of them are actually still kind of on the older side despite being on rookie contracts. So if we could find some guys to just help out while these young guys develop on the defensive line, I think that would be perfect. Similar kind of to what we did with Michael Pierce, as they do get a first down. Now, if I remember correctly, our Rice talk was interrupted last drive by the Debo interception. So yeah, Rice has been disappointing. He started off decent, has kind of faded. I think he might potentially need to be a slot guy moving forward because he's not done great in press coverage despite having a good press rating. But his tackling, as we do see a little bit there, is pretty decent. Okay, good. It's in that range, so I think he can do well in the slot. He's also got a big frame, can maybe help out against the tight ends. And as we finally hit the 4th quarter, Patriots have a 3rd and 2. We can try to get off the field here with a stop. Linebacker group I do really like. I think they've done solid as Byron Jones tips that one away. One of the veterans that we brought in, hopefully, or was hopeful to try to have him really boost that cornerback group, provide that mentor as well, and don't really feel like it's helped out much. We've seen the same level of play from Debo that we saw last year, and it's been pretty solid for the most part. As the Patriots do grab another field goal, offense will head back out. Now, I think one position group we haven't really talked about much are the tight ends, and that is a group that I don't feel like we need to be looking for like the starter of the future, as we have Charles Overthrow. You guys can probably tell, but Bo Harold is 3 of 22. He's completed less passes than he's thrown interceptions in this game. Akers will actually get us some positive rushing yards with the 2-yard gain, a solid 1 yard. And I believe our total for the offense is around 20 yards. That's what we've gotten today. That's how bad it has been, and why this group definitely needs to see a lot of work as we find DeGuara, the fullback, with the first down grab. And we obviously have some formations that use a fullback, but as we kind of shift this offense moving into the future, is the fullback going to stay as relevant? Does, as we try to get out of bounds, but actually take a couple of good hits there on Harold. It's a rush of 20 though. But yeah, it definitely does make you think, do we keep the fullback? Do we maybe shift DeGuara back to tight end where he started this series at? As we roll, we have Nacua open. That was a better throw from Harold on the safe side of his receiver on the run. He can do it. He just doesn't seem to care to do it every time, which is the weird part, as it's a 1st and 10 for us. As we are moving the ball downfield, we throw it and almost getting to Nacua. I will say he fights for possession every time, which is something rare. Obviously, the linebacker knocks it away, but still, a lot of these guys, they don't fight for the ball, but Nacua does, and that's why, despite being a lower overall, we're going to try to find ways to keep him out there. Good spinning catch there by Claypool, and finally this offense is finding some flow. About 5 minutes left in this game. And of course, it's when we're down 41-0, because the offense just really hasn't shown up much today. As we're just going to step up here. Just kidding, we're not stepping up. Maybe we actually gained about a yard there though, so not a sack. Harold clearly frustrated, and I get it. The offensive line has left him out to dry over and over again, but still, you also have had some really bad throws. As we hand it off, Akers gets us down to the 3. And on 3rd and goal, can we find a touchdown today? Across the middle, we do find Davis, and he holds on to it. We're good for at least one random late game score in these blowouts, and that's exactly what we see here. Under pressure, not a fantastic ball, but got it to his guy. Unfortunately, Harold just can't do that more often than not. But that is where we're going to end this awful game. We did not show up in week 18. No one set out to try to prove their spot on this team moving into the future. Outside of Akers, we didn't really play him a whole lot. I will say Nacua, he did try. He put in the effort, but everyone else, not really. And normally, when we get to the end of a season, we would end the video showing the stats and everything, but we're going to save that for next episode because there's a lot to dive in with this team. I also want to start off the next episode by taking a look at another team in our division that I would love for us to kind of resemble in the way that we are structured and how we run, mostly offensively. But there's definitely going to be a lot included in that next episode. Rebuilding this team and finding something that clearly works, because right now, as we saw today, it does not work. So a lot of work to do. Really excited for that offseason. Going to get stuck in. That will be out on Monday. So make sure you guys are hitting that bear icon on the bottom right, or scroll down and hit that subscription button so you are subscribed to the channel, and definitely make sure you hit that bell icon so you're notified of when that video goes live. This series every single Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, with a state-only challenge, currently the Central Plains every Wednesday and Saturday. So 6 full-length videos every single week, plus all the highlights highlighting what we can when we have games like today. Was a bad one, but that's now behind us. As we move forward to the offseason, a lot of work to do. Let me know what position group you guys think we need to attack first and foremost. I think the offensive line for sure. Harold could have potentially had a much different season with a better offensive line, though. Not sold on Harold for the future. Again, we're going to see what all of our options are in the offseason, so do not miss that next time, as we'll see you then. Bye.